Welcoming you all to this summit, and in particular I would like to thank Dr.Li Huang, President, and also Dr. Cheng Shan Wu, and also Dr. Power Wu. And definitely, last but not least, I would like special thanks to my colleague, Dr. Lilin Huang, and on behalf of all my colleagues, delegates from Jordan, we would like to thank all of you, the hosts, the organizers, and distinguished participants in this summit, and colleague teachers. We were really honored and privileged to be here in this great country, and definitely to learn, first of all. And we have been touring around for the last 2 days, trying to explore how could we learn better from different innovations in integrating ICT in education, and also new models in smart education. I have to admit I don't have the skills where both my colleagues, President Chang and also Dr. Shan Wu, have about how their presentation was. First of all, my presentation will be a bit general first, just to give you a sense where Arab stands in terms of education, how much they have invested, especially in ICT. Then I will move toward, some analysis of case studies that have been used on integrating ICT in education. And then finally, I will be talking about lessons learned around the world, how to better integrate smart education and education at large. Just globally, in terms of Arab states, population is about 380 million. But each country vary in terms of level of advancement, whether in education, economic, and so forth. However, in terms of Millennium Development Goals, many Arab countries, in fact, have indices in minus, unfortunately, starting from year 2001. But others still continue their advancement on this regard. What is so annoying is that the level of poverty is increasing in some Arab states, especially in the least developing countries in Arab states, which is definitely is annoying. As you can see, as you can see, unemployment rates is unfortunately increasing, especially among the youth. And you can see now it is around 15%, but among youth population, especially when you talk about Middle East region, it is about 43%, which is really annoying. In terms of education access to education, pre-primary enrollment is still very low in Arab countries. Only about 1/5 or 1/4 of Arab children join one form or another of pre-primary education. And on the average, an Arab child has only received about half of a school year in pre-primary education. But countries do vary, like UAE, for example, they stand well, around 80% of their preschool education children in preschool. In terms of enrollment rate, Arab countries definitely stand well, and they have achieved somehow good enrollment rates. If you can see on the right, and on the left, you can see Arab states are, expanding their education systems, and they are providing opportunities for all children on this regard. However, like the rest of the regions in the world, despite political drivers to expand education in the region, still there are around, in Arab states, 5 million out of school children. In the world at large, there is about 58 million school-age children who are out of school. And we have to take care of them. As you can see, out around 30 million are in sub-Saharan Africa, and around 13 million in South and West Asia. Also in Arab states, there is about 4 million out of school adolescents, which 55% of them are females, while globally we have around 70 million adolescents around the, I'm sorry. Seems I cannot manage my presentation well. So you have to be, maybe we have, oh, yes. Thank you. Illiteracy rate around the world is still high, around 800 million illiterate around the world. And the Arab states, 47 million, and most of illiterates either in Africa or in Southeast Asia. Youth illiterates are still also high around the globe. In Arab states, there are about 5 million youth illiterate. In terms of quality of education, which is the big issue around the world, and in Arab states are as well, Arab states are not standing well on international assessment, whether in TIMSS, PISA, and PIRLS. So we have, and this is where we think that smart education, smart learning, ICT can boost quality education. It's not working. I don't know where is the sensor here. Okay, just to recap, we can say Arab states are not the same. Some of them are well advanced. Some of them are lagging behind. We have just talked about the figures and numbers about illiteracy and out of school, which is, a big challenge on this. However, in Arab states, you can see that, and you know that there is an increased instability due to political war disputes in the region. Economic growth has been slowed down. There are high levels of unemployment, especially among the youth, and there is increased insecurities in the region, and definitely some Arab states are witnessing a deepened financial crisis. Okay, if we would like to analyze the reform in education that have been going on in the Arab states for the last 40 years, these are some of the conclusions. The overall conclusions is that it's a mix of success and failure. Why is that? Because focus was on technical aspect rather than on the context of education. Context of education is very, very critical on this regard. The focus was on inputs rather than on outputs, and reform was just a project-based rather than taking a holistic approach. And unfortunately, reform was centrally designed and shipped to schools for implementation without any involvement of schools. Lack of accountability measures, and the overall conclusion, I can safely say that there is lots of energy but little light. Most, if not all, reforms have almost patterned approaches that originated in different countries, especially from the West countries. It has not been homegrown or customized to meet the country needs. It has been developed by expatriates with little involvement from local people, and it resulted to various projects and programs across all sectors in education, running simultaneously in parallel and managed independently and loosely coupled and not well aligned. It took a long time and money and enjoyed little success. Now we'll talk about smart education, ICT, and my colleagues, they have touched basically on the critical aspect of when we are coming to integration of ICT in education as a driving force for transformation and for quality education. We have to follow certain success cases and examples. As you can see, the traditional starting point for integration of ICT in education is to provide hardware. Many countries, they stopped at that traditional point. So they just provided hardware to schools, and the assumption is that if they have provided hardware, it will transform education. This is totally a big failure. Then if we move to the next cycle, we started to talk about adding software, connectivity to schools, and then stop right there. And also, this will not help, it will not work. Then we move around the circle where we make maintenance and we train teachers and equip teachers with ICT skills and classes, but in an incoherent manner, which does not also help on the cycle of transforming education, pedagogy, and using ICT. When we started enter into another phase where we put a coherent strategy of how ICT can be integrated into education inside the classrooms, in schools, then we started to notice that it is a driving force and it will help. So the overall conclusion, providing hardware will not help. Adding software and solutions, if it is not done within a framework, integrated framework, a clear strategy, it will not help much on this regard. I will just briefly talk about 3 case studies in the region that we piloted within the framework of smart education and ICT in education. The first is about Jordan Education Initiative. This initiative started with phases. Phase 1 was up to year 2000, from year 2003. The initiative was launched by His Majesty King Abdullah II in 2003, and it was a case about public-private partnership, not only at the national level in Jordan, but also globally, and the investment was about $3 million, US dollar. Phase 2, the phase 1 was only about putting the basics in place. Phase 2 was about how to institutionalize this initiative. It is now, this initiative is one of Queen Rania initiatives, non-for-profit organization. This is the model that it's working within that model. The goal, definitely like all other initiatives, is to effectively use ICT in pedagogy and in education. The pillars: technical infrastructure, professional development capacity, and e-resources and mechanisms for sustainability. This is the approach from design to execution, and for monitoring and evaluation, and then for innovation for the JAI. JAI followed a systematic process where the integration of ICT is piloted in a small number of classrooms and schools. We monitor the pilot, adjust the model, then based on monitoring and evaluation, the results were reported, then it rolled out to other schools with continuous research, to document for innovations to other schools. These are some of the infrastructure that has been provided. And some of the flagship programs that have been used as part of e-learning and smart education. '21st century ecosystem in certain classes. The second project is about Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, ruler of Dubai, Smart Learning Project, which is in the United Arab Emirates. The program was launched in year 2012. These are the objectives of the Smart Learning projects for Mohammed bin Rashid Smart Learning Project. All is about the same. Technology and smart education is enabler. Enabler for students learning, enabler for teachers, enabler for schools, an enabler for parents, and definitely enabler for the Ministry of Education. As you can see, it's a bit different than the Jordan Education Initiative, where now this one is has a wider perspective in terms of involvement. It's not about only students, teachers, and schools. This project is involving also community and parents. The strategic approach: learners, schools, home, parents, infrastructure, content, technology, and so forth. This is the model where we have a data center inside school, each school. Classrooms, teachers. I'm sorry, I don't know why it is. Smart boards are provided. Student devices, tablets for all students. They can learn anytime, anywhere with high-speed connectivity, the fourth generation. So, I mean, in numbers, there are 208 schools now on all Emirates, with about 34 students still in the pilot phase, about 1,700 classrooms, learning content gateway, laptops were provided, smart boards, interactive content, and around 35,000 tablets were provided. There is a call center, an instructional help desk center, tools and software, professional development programs were provided. This is the pilot, and by year 2008, all schools in United Arab Emirates will be smart schools and smart classrooms. The third case study is about the A-class learning technology, where Dr. Li Huang is leading that in the region, and some Arab countries like Jordan, Sudan, and Dubai. Schools are starting to add tablets. These are the list of schools, smart schools, whether in Jordan or in United Arab Emirates, using the team model smarter schools. These are some of the activities. And some of the schools and teachers who are using the model in Jordan are here also with us. Al-Sabila School in Amman, Jordan. This is the pilot, I think, in 3 Ministry of Education schools, and we would like to thank Dr. Li for involving 3 public schools for free. They are providing the model and the technology in 3 Ministry of Education schools in Jordan. Now I will move globally, try to analyze some of the lessons learned, as my colleagues have captured previously. What are the critical success factors if we talk about smart education? What are these factors if we want to properly utilize and integrate ICT in education? Well, definitely education around the world is experiencing a major shift in paradigms. The way we are preparing teachers, the way students are learning, the way schools should be designed, the way pedagogy should be delivered, and so forth. So we cannot keep managing schools, delivering instruction, assessing students, and providing education at large in a traditional way, because there is a paradigm shift. All of you know, especially my colleague teachers, that there are two types of pedagogy. Whether we call instruction or construction. Now, if we talk about smart learning and smart education, we are not talking anymore about instruction. We are talking now about construction, where students construct meaning out of their learning process, rather than just teachers instruct students. Definitely, with greater use of ICT, we move from instruction to construction. This is a model, as you can see, where we have level of learning itself and where we have the pupil engagement or student engagement in learning. Traditionally speaking, we talk about, if instruction is delivered, we talk about basic things where learning is shallow and learning engagement is about only knowledge. If we move up in the ladder, definitely the complexity of learning process becomes complex and students become more engaged, and we talk about deep learning. This is what we want. We don't want rote learning. We don't want any more memorization. We need engagement. And this, by the way, needs a paradigm shift on how teachers manage classes, how teachers design their instruction, and how teachers deliver their instruction on this regard. So ICT now is helping in transforming from instruction to construction, and helping on moving from shallow learning to deep learning, and also helps in moving from passive engagement to active engagement among students. So we move from exchange to enrichment to enhancement and extension of knowledge to empowerment of students. So the dimension shift, as you can see also in terms of technology, there is a dimension shift, where on passive engagement, you have controlled technology at schools, while we need self-directed impact, low capability, high capability, from teaching to learning, from school-based to distributed learning, anytime, anywhere. These are just, I will not go over them. These are the pedagogical shifts. We are talking the classroom activity not anymore teacher-centered. It has to be student-centered. The technology used, there is a shift from drill and practice to communication, collaboration, information, and expression. Teacher roles, there is a great shift around the world now. The way they are transmitting knowledge to guide and facilitate, from didactic to interactive pedagogy. Learner's role, there is a great shift from passive to active, from learning content to learning to learn thinking skills. What are some of the risk factors in using ICT in education? Just to keep in mind that we are talking about risk factors because we would like to maximize the potential utilization of smart learning, smart education, and ICT. Both Dr. Chang, President Chang, and Dr. Shin Shang Wu have emphasized how it is important is the professional development. We cannot just provide technology and solutions and ask teachers, okay, use it. They have to be continuously engaged in proper professional development. And professional development is not about technology literacy. It is also about paradigm shift in pedagogy. So we have to keep, because one of the risk factors around the world is lack of teacher support. They were not provided with proper professional development, continuous professional development, and also support at the classroom level of how to use properly the technology. If teachers are not well equipped and prepared with technology skills and smart learning, smart education skills, often they talk about the potential of smart education rather than applying it to students. So, I mean, poor equipped teachers, usually they use the solution, the technology, and normally they just ask their student, do as I say, not as I do, because they cannot demonstrate it and integrate it within their classes. One of the risk factors is that some of education system, they put technology in the driver's seat rather than pedagogy. Technology is a tool. It should never be in the driver's seat. So that we have to be careful when we talk about, technology and pedagogy. Technology is a tool that can be used to boost education and learning in a better way. As long as pedagogy is aligned sensibly, smartly to the technology, then we talk about smart education. The bottom line here is that technology cannot fix a bad education system. Technology is a great tool and has enormous potential to transform the system if it's properly utilized. What are there is some risk factor around the world in terms of implementation failure. One of the risk factors is that there was an absence of a shared vision, whether among policymakers, schools, teachers, and so forth. Another one is that teachers and schools, they do not have a shared vision, a common vision. That's why they use the technology for various objectives. No proper planning and lack of resources. These are some of the risk-reducing strategies. We have to focus more on professional development, teacher skills, and we have also to provide support for teachers, and pedagogy must be improved to match the technology. My last slide is what are the right drivers for successful integration of smart education or ICT in education. The first driver, never skip, as teachers, educators, that the critical success factor in students' learning is the learning instruction assessment nexus. It is that bond that goes from education, from instruction, from learning to instruction. The second driver is that social capital is key to build teaching profession. Investment should be on social capital of teachers rather than individual teachers. It's through networking. It is through communities of practice of teachers where they can share experience, we can share success stories in using smart education. The third driver force is pedagogy should meet technology. So this means that there is a great challenge on behalf of educators to shift their paradigm to maximize the full potential of technology. The fourth one is that there is a need for a systemic synergy within education system. We should have a shared vision, a common goals and objectives of how to use ICT and smart education so that we are on the same boat and on the same direction. I would like once again to thank you very much, the hosts, the organizers, and participants in this summit. And I would like to apologize. Probably I took more time than it was expected. Thank you very much.
那么我们邀请
洛前部长的那个案例分享跟教育理念的交换了两个重点，我想跟大家再用中文稍微提一下哈。那个如果有仔细看的话哈，假设有 IRS 的话，我们可以考试，因为诺前教育部长有5个一，我们一直讲3个一，对不对？111，但是他有讲到5个一，可以告诉我哪2个多哪2个一？这是考试哦，有奖品哦。 好，没有人领走我的奖品哈。它最重要有一个是一个是 knowledge exchange， 就是知识的交换，这是对知识的交换。然后另外有一个是 extend task， 就是延展教育学的内容。这是我们前教育部长提出来多我们原来三个 T， 就是 enhance、enrich 还有 empower。所以我觉得这两个是一个非常好的，我们拍拍手好不好？ In exchange the knowledge and extend the task is what two of them are very nice. And 最后这1分钟就是最后我们前部长讲到4个重点，希望在智慧教育科技在教育里面能够成功的4个重要因素。第一个就是智慧教师是很重要的，如何把老师变成传统的教师变成科技教师、智慧教师，这是一个最重要的一个因素。第二个呢，社会的社群团结也是一个最重要的一个，不是你单人，不是我们学校，不是我老师，这是团结，结合家长、结合社区、结合大家一起来做。第三个就是科技的广泛要有系统，科技的广泛要有一个传统，有一个渐进的一个培训。所以科技是很重要的。再来呢，最后就是要系统化的推广。那这4点呢，在这边我就是我们前部长用中文跟大家在最后分享。谢谢大家的聆听，谢谢。
请黄教授先留步。那么同时呢，我们也邀请 Dr.Li 再次上台。那么我们恭请张义华张理事长为这个专题讲演的主持人以及主讲人致赠感谢状。让我们再次以热烈的掌声感谢 Dr.Li 为我们深入浅出了分析了阿拉伯国家的学习困境以及具体的改革的历程。以及谢谢黄教授用非常精辟的中文为我们总结了这一段专题讲演的重点。好，我们来自麦克风。I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate your support and coming to Taiwan from the bottom of my heart. And we prepare a very wonderful gift for you. Let's pause. Give a big hand. 我们来自约旦的贵宾也有礼品要赠送给张义华张理事长。我们邀请所有来自约旦的贵宾一同上台。
看来是非常具有文化意涵的赠品。大家再给我们来自约旦的热情，给他们鼓鼓掌好吗？这是一位来自约旦的校长所致赠给张义华理事长的纪念牌。同样，这也是来自约旦的校长所致赠给张义华理事长的纪念水晶杯。好，我们最后呢，由台湾科技晕岛交界科技发展协会的理事长、常务理事以及黄旭王顾问，来跟我们来自约旦的所有的校长、前教育部部长、所有的贵宾以及老师，大家一起最后来合影。 好的，让我们恭请张义华理事长以及 Dr.Li 前部长回座。
接下来我们要进行的是下一个专题演讲，主题是偏乡希望工程，远距智慧阅读新理念、新教材、新技术。我们要邀请目前是台北市立大学教育系教授，现任台北市立大学教育行政与评鉴研究所所长黄旭君黄所长为我们主持。谢谢黄所长。我们都知道黄所长本身这个理论跟实务兼具然后致力于我们教师专业发展。
好，我们张理事长还有吴董以及各位今天参与这个论坛的各位